Okay, so let's quickly look over week 4, then we'll go ahead to week 5. So your discussions this week, again, a lot of activity in there. Really like reading your discussions, going over a lot of good topics and a lot of good responses back and forth. So again, thank you for that activity. I should be grading those sometime tomorrow. I got a few emails from you guys about some of the questions on the tests, on the exam, so I will be reviewing those tomorrow as well too. If there's any adjustments to be made, I'll make them on every exam there. The questions, if you have any more questions, send them to me. The couple of you that have emailed me, I've already got your questions, any specific questions and answers you want to go over, so I will go over those and they will be adjusted sometime tomorrow. Okay, so let's look at week 5 here. So for this week, we're going to be going over the following. We're going to summarize the development and the legal norms of a juvenile court, describe the social control of the status offender, explain the structure of the juvenile court and the key personnel within it, describe pretrial procedures and decisions of the intake officer, examine the various stages of juvenile court proceedings, including the judicial process, as well as the disposition hearing and the disposition alternatives. And then we're going to describe different sentencing alternatives for the juvenile offenders. So adolescents, as we know, are different from adults. That's why juvenile courts have been established, and this is another one of the reasons. Hence, juvenile courts have certain discretions in deciding when to involve youthful offenders formally, to charge them, and to prosecute. Okay, so you will be reading Chapter 6 from your textbook. We have 2 discussions this week again. The first one is the dangers of detention. So the scenario is that you work for a Justice Policy Institute, and you decide to look over the report, The Dangers of Detention. Your boss has invited you to be a part of a meeting with the governor, and you'll be given 20 minutes to argue against detention. They're going to ask you to evaluate the 7 arguments and to choose 1 or 2 that you feel are most compelling. So go through the 7 arguments and the dangers of detention, select 1 or 2 that you feel are most compelling in a presentation to the governor, and explain your reasoning. Okay, your second discussion, you're going to be ready for your interview as a position of a juvenile court judge. You're going to meet with the current judge who was hired within the last year before you. She's going to tell you that the panel is going to ask you what the duties are of a juvenile judge and which duties you feel most important and why. So for this assignment, you're going to prepare for your interview. In preparation of your interview, describe the main responsibilities of a juvenile court judge. Go over each of the duties and decide which 1 or 2 are the most important and explain your reasoning. Okay, for your assignment this week, week 5, determinate sentencing. You're going to go over this new form of sentencing in juvenile justice. In some jurisdictions, it is replacing the traditional form of intermediate sentencing. So do you report determinate sentencing or indeterminate sentencing, and explain your reasoning? So again, this assignment should be a minimum of 350 words, and please remember to use the correct APA citations and formats for this assignment. So again, if you have any questions during the week, feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, or email me, and good luck to all of you in week 5.